Good morning and welcome to Hallam News with me, Daniel Bird. Our top stories today: legal representatives of gas technician who died of cancer following exposure to asbestos are taking legal action against the companies he worked for, as they did not provide enough protection. Over to our reporter, Mark Ansell.
Dale Yarrow passed away just a few months before his 50th birthday, leaving 7 children behind. He was a gas technician for more than 30 years and died of cancer in January after being exposed to hazardous asbestos dust at work earlier in his career. Shane and Brett's dad regularly had to cut through asbestos-covered pipes. Here, he's repairing gas mains in York in the mid-80s, when, unlike today, no safety equipment was worn.
When you go out to work, you never expect it to end up costing you your life, so it was a big shock.
He were laughing and joking till literally up till minutes before he died. He were still laughing and joking because that's the type of guy he was.
Lawyers representing the family plan to sue companies Dale worked for in Yorkshire in the 1980s for not protecting him from exposure to asbestos, but they need his former colleagues to come forward.
If they did work with Dale, particularly if they worked alongside him, either as an apprentice in the early years or working on the same projects, if they're working within a few feet of each other, they can give very, very good evidence about the working conditions.
Dale's family will use any compensation money they receive to help towards bringing up the much-loved children he left behind. Mark Ansell, BBC Look North, Doncaster.
Unsigned artists are becoming more popular than ever with the help of Spotify and YouTube. With worldwide artists hailing from South Yorkshire, the city clearly holds a deep-grown heritage of music. Unsigned band Moorside have been around for more than 3 years now and have gone from playing sold-out shows across the country to Sheffield's own Tramlines Festival. But how important are unsigned bands when it actually comes to the music scene, and how do they get the chance to play shows outside of well-known venues?
Having an unsigned music scene actually gives teenagers and young adults a reason to go out, and it's almost like a release as well for those creating the music as well.
We played here, Tramlines, a few years ago, and there were people literally up the stairs, out the door, and it was one of the best gigs I've ever played.
It was the most sweatiest gig we've ever played. Yeah.
A recent change to the speed lorries can travel at has been introduced by the government, with the Commons saying it will help businesses and other road users. With lorries over 7.5 tonnes now being able to travel 10 miles an hour faster than usual on single and dual carriageways, the government says this will reduce road congestion as well as save businesses money in the long run. However, there have been concerns raised by Yorkshire charity Break, who will say it will lead to more accidents and want the speed limit to remain at the original limit. Rail users have reacted badly as ticket prices have increased by 3% in the UK, the biggest increase in 5 years, with commuters seeing such a rise in the price of their journey every single day. Train regulation has been happening since railways were privatised and separated into several companies in the 90s. However, where does our money actually go? Every £1 of the fare cost goes to track and train maintenance, including the leasing and the fuel, investment into the railways, staffing costs and train company profits. Ranging from £88 to £231 per week, student accommodation can be on the expensive side. With this, you expect a high standard when you move into your new home. One student at Sheffield Hallam University was far from impressed. I went to find out more. With dirt and hair covering the bathroom floor, stained hallway floors and a fire blanket that looks as though it hasn't been checked since 2013, one student moved into her flat to find a hole in the floor caused by damp. Unite students are facing backlash.
I know with Unite that every 2 weeks, fortnightly, they will have kitchen inspections undertaken by their service staff, and as part of that they will check fire blankets.
We hadn't been told there was a hole in the floor and the carpet was covering it. My parents came in to help me unload, and my dad's foot actually went through the hole and it made it worse. But we were panicking because no one had told us, and we had thought that we had done the damage, which is why I didn't want to go to reception in the first place. But after telling reception, They told me, oh, I can't believe we moved into that room, it was unsafe to live in, we just moved a girl.
Unite students were contacted on multiple occasions to reply, but unfortunately did not comment. However, after speaking to accommodation services at Sheffield Hallam University, they did provide me with a copy of the Property and Management Services Agreement for the Snug Agreement and under Section 41 for the Heating Agreement. It says that landlords should provide a form of heating to all habitable rooms which can be controlled by the tenants, and the guidelines for heating in rooms should be 18 degrees for bedrooms, which unfortunately was not the case for one tenant in Central Quay. Daniel Bird for Hallam News reporting from Sheffield. I've been Daniel Bird for Hallam News. Enjoy the rest of your day.